Hey everyone, Social Solipsist here for another episode of 52 and 52, and this week I am taking a look at Turmoil, which is a small little game that I had played on and off about a month ago, and just played out of curiosity and thought about doing an episode about, and didn't get around to doing one. I'm doing it this week in part because this week has burnt me out pretty bad for a number of reasons, and I just needed something easy to do this week. So I'm recording this kind of late, and I don't intend to do that in future, but here we go anyway. Again, this is Turmoil. It is a few years old now, and I think it was originally on mobile. I think it came out on mobile first. But it is, by all accounts, a pretty solid port from whatever it was originally on. It's got some of those kind of mobile icon looking types of things that make it visually look like it was probably on mobile, and purely by the whole kind of drag and drop gameplay style, also kind of a mobile hallmark. But that said, that doesn't take away from the enjoyment that's to be had from it. It's a game about, you're sort of in the Old West and you're an oil prospector. And you can either play a one-off game or a campaign, a season. I don't recall what they call it, but basically a series of games in a row where you compete against other AI players or even other players if you really want, to prospect and sell your oil at the highest prices. The mechanics are fairly simple. You send people out with dowsing rods of all things to find oil. They do their best, but their best is not very good. Sometimes they find oil, sometimes they don't, and you hope that they do, and then you pull the oil out of the ground and send your horse-drawn cart to ship it back and forth. You can also store it, and you have to balance the cost of additional facilities and additional carts and things like that, compared with how much oil you're pulling out of the ground and what the going rate is at any given time at one of the two oil refineries you can sell to. That is the main gameplay mechanic in a nutshell. They add some variety that I have not really gotten into. I really only play this maybe 10-15 minutes at a time, because that's about what it's good for. But they have some variety with whenever you go back to town after basically one round of play, which is typically 1 year, in game, that is. At that point they allow you to pick up upgrades and things like that, for larger tanks, better pumps. You can even bribe the refineries to keep their prices at a certain level or something like that, all that kind of stuff. But it's also all a matter of investment at the right times and with the right payouts. It's fairly detailed, but it can get kind of frustrating, especially when some of the mechanics don't work quite as it doesn't play well to somebody who wants to be really micromanagey about their stuff. There's no way for you to set your carts to do a particular sequence of things or something like that. So if they go in the wrong order and your oil spills over and then you have to pay fines and shit like that, it can get a little frustrating if you're like, well, I could have done that better if this AI weren't dumb. But again, at the end of the day, that's not really what this is supposed to be. It's a simple little, puzzle game, that is definitely solid for 10 minutes at a time. I haven't played it on mobile, although I think I got this through Humble, so I probably have it on mobile. But on PC, totally acceptable, totally fine. Pretty darn solid port generally, and the mobile gameplay doesn't detract from it at all. I even think they do a pretty good job, filling a full screen and not feeling like, they just stretched out a 5-inch screen to be 24 inches or however big your personal monitor is. But anyway, yeah, solid little game, worth a couple of bucks if it's on sale or something like that. I don't actually know how much it's going for right now, but yeah, check it out. Anyway, I've been the Social Solipsist. Thank you guys for watching this sleepy, late, dazed episode of 52 and 52, and I will see you guys next time.